At present, I'm with Satya Brata Bose, who is the Managing Director of Notice Dairy and Food Limited. So, sir, welcome to Business Notice. It's an immense pleasure to have you on our show. So, and firstly, sir, I would like to say Happy Rongali Bihu to you.
Same to you and to all the viewers.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes.
All the best for you.
Thank you, sir. And sir, Purabi Dairy has crossed rupees 320 crore turnover in the fiscal year 2024 to 25. So, how Notice Dairy and Food Limited has taken the initiative to achieve this goal?
Yeah, you see, when we say NEDFL or the other organizations related, that is West Assam Milk Union, East Assam Milk Union, we would like to refer to this entire system as Purabi. You see, because we as organizations, we have tried to make organizations to focus on specific geographies like West Assam and East Assam, whereas Northeast is focused on the entire Assam, actually hand-holding these cluster milk unions and to take forward the cooperative dairying, the idea of it, and to support in all ways. So this company was formed as a joint venture between National Dairy Development Board and the Government of Assam. So we have the technical expertise as well as the policy support. So both coming together to support Purabi as a brand of the dairy cooperatives of Assam. So that is the primary thing. So I would always prefer to call it Purabi. So it's always Purabi Dairy that we are talking about. Of course, NEDFL being a joint venture company, it was basically intended to take forward this experiment that was successful, that is West Assam Milk Union, across the Assam. So therefore, East Assam started 2 years back. NDDB took over the management at the request of Government of Assam. So that has also started functioning. We are also planning some institutional structure for the Borak Valley area. So, and there also a dairy, we are trying to refurbish a dairy from NEDFL side, a small 20,000 liters per day dairy to begin with. Of course, there is a long-term plan of having a 1.5 lakh liter dairy out there in Silchar. So with that, the entire Assam will get covered under cooperative dairy. The idea is, if you see the bigger picture, the long-term picture, the Government of Assam, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, and the Chairman of National Dairy Development Board, we have seen a vision, we have been given a vision to achieve 10 lakh liters milk handling within the formal cooperative sector of Assam. And why cooperative? Cooperative because ultimately when we have a cooperative structure in place, the value that gets returned to the farmer is highest. So here right now anything between 75 to 80% of the consumer rupee goes back to the farmer, which is an unprecedented thing anywhere. I mean, except in dairy. Dairy cooperatives across the country, we can ensure that the maximum percentage of the consumer money goes back to the farmer, and therefore it helps both ways. The consumers get very good quality, assured quality products around the year, and the farmers get a market around the year with assured returns. And therefore, this as an industry, as a source of livelihood, it keeps growing. In the entire country, if you see, milk or the dairy adds a lot of value to the GDP, which is even more than the wheat, the grains basically, the grains and the pulses, all the agricultural products, if you put together, milk as a part of the bigger agricultural system, dairy is the biggest contributor to the GDP. And therefore, it adds more value to the rural economy. So the farmers have started to realize that. Farmers are seeing there is a lot of value in practicing dairy. The challenge in practicing dairying is you should have a market because it's a very, very perishable product. And there comes the role of a cooperative when we organize everything in a value chain basis, serving from procurement up to the market. So then their entire produce is assured for an assured market basically. So they focus on animal husbandry and producing milk in a more and more economic and scientific manner. So that's how the story goes basically, the dairy, cooperative dairy. Therefore, to take cooperative dairy forward in a bigger way, NEDFL was established just 2 years back. So it will look after two aspects. One is the dairy development aspect. We will be hand holding, rather, we will be coordinating with the cluster milk union, so WAMUL, EAMUL, and whatever comes up in Barak Valley, to spread the dairy development part of it and to have an assured market. We will create NEDFL as a more market oriented professional sales and marketing body so that we can continue to keep expanding the market both in terms of geography, as well as the product diversification. So once the market increases, procurement increases, market increases, vice versa, it keeps on growing, and that is where we see the target of 10 lakh liters handling within the sector.
Okay. So, sir, is there any new plans in the coming year?
New plans means if we have to achieve this 10 lakh liter, obviously we have to have a plan. So that plan is already chalked out. We call it the Assam Dairy Development Plan, ADDP, by which by 2030 we should be handling that 10 lakh liters. Now, milk handling, obviously it necessitates two things. One is a robust collection system, that what WAMUL, EAMUL has already done and is expanding. And the second part is the processing part. Because milk is a perishable commodity. Unless we process it, we pasteurize the milk and take it to the consumers, it has no value. It will curdle and it will spoil. So therefore, the government has also supported us, and NEDFL has made the plan with the help of National Dairy Development Board. So we'll be having 5 or 6 new dairies across Assam. So it is Dibrugarh, Jorhat, Silchar, somewhere in Borpeta, not yet fully decided. Guwahati plant will increase, and somewhere in Sonitpur district or Dhemaji. So all these dairies put together, the capacity would come to 10 lakh liters, 10.5 lakh liters almost. Right now, for this year, the government has already approved 3 of the projects. That is Dhemaji, Dibrugarh, and Jorhat. Jorhat, Dibrugarh being 1 lakh liters dairy each, and the Dhemaji being a 50,000 liter dairy. So lands are clear, funds are clear, work, it is at the planning stage, that is also clear, and soon you will see work at the ground level also. So that's the status, and actually if you see, the targets are quite high and we have to reach that target, so we are all running towards that.
Also, sir, it's going to generate employment as well.
Definitely, there are, you see, dairying directly, it will benefit. The target is 1.75 lakh farmers to be covered under the cooperative. So that is also direct engagement into livelihoods. Besides that, we have at the technical end, the dairies will need manpower, technical as well as non-technical. And at the secondary level, if you see, right now, Purabi sells through almost 6,000 outlets. Okay. And many of the outlets are generating exclusive income through selling dairy products. Now, to serve all these people, there are distributors in between, there are transportation involved. Then at the village level, there are bulk milk coolers which are operated by the entrepreneurs from the villages itself. So the milk union supports the entrepreneur to set up such link centers, and that becomes a source of livelihood boliye ya job opportunity boliye. So that increases the scope of employment generation in a big way.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you. It's also good for us, because people should know. People are very people love the brand Purabi, and I'm thankful for all the consumers for that, for the support. but they should also know the background work that goes into bringing Purabi to your tables. Day in, day out, people, everyone is working to get that fresh milk to the processing plant and to the consumers. So thanks to the consumers and a very happy Rongali Bihu to everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir.